In this training video, I am going to cover 3 things. Number 1, I will tell you what the 8 most hardest interview questions are. These questions will come up at your job interview, so make sure you stay tuned if you want to pass. Number 2, I will give you 2 very quick tips for answering each of those 8 interview questions correctly. And then finally, number 3, I will give you quick but top scoring answers to each of the 8 hardest interview questions that will definitely impress every hiring manager. So if you have a job interview coming up soon for any role or company, stay tuned. Also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and also tell me the name of the job you are applying for in the comment section below the video so I can give you some extra help to make sure you pass. Okay, let's start working through the 8 hardest interview questions, my tips and top scoring answers. Please take notes. Interview question number 1 is going to be, tell me about yourself. Tip number 1. Now, it is important that you practice your answer several times before your interview. This is going to be the first question you will have to answer, so you need to show the hiring manager you have good communication skills. So I recommend you either sit down in front of a friend or relative, or even in front of a mirror and practice giving your answer. And tip number 2, make sure you use my S.E.A.T structure to create your answer. S stands for the skills you have that match the job description. E stands for your educational background and any experience you can bring to the company. A stands for any achievements you have gained in your life so far. And T is the type of person you are and what you will do in the role to add value to their company. And you can easily remember my S.E.A.T structure for tell me about yourself, because you will be sitting down on a seat at your interview. So here is my brilliant sample answer to help you pass your interview. Tell me about yourself. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I am a hard-working, self-motivated and diligent team worker with the skills to match the job description. My qualifications and experience are perfect for this industry. I have experience working on teams, multitasking, completing time-urgent projects, and delivering excellent customer service. I am a high achiever. Outside work, I have won team sports events, demonstrating my ability to collaborate well as a team, and in my last job, I received praise from my manager for my flexibility with my job description and how I helped to train new team members. If you hire me, I will take ownership of challenges when they occur and support the company in new initiatives to ensure you receive a great return on my salary. Interview question number 2 is going to be, why do you want this job? Tip number 1. Now, most people apply for lots of different jobs at the same time because they just want a paycheck. Now, the hiring manager wants to avoid hiring these people at all costs. Therefore, make sure you have a genuine reason why you want the job you have applied for. And tip number 2, good things to say in your answer include how you are passionate about the work and also the fact that the job is with their company and you are attracted to their positive workplace culture. So here is another brilliant example answer to help you. Why do you want this job? Here we go. I want this job for 2 reasons. First, it is a role I am passionate about. We spend a lot of time at work and I want that time to be spent doing something I love. The second reason I want this job is because it is with your company. You have a great reputation in the industry, and people I have spoken to who already work here have said great things about the senior management team, the positive workplace culture, and how you support your staff so they can reach their full potential. Interview question number 3 is going to be, what are your greatest strengths? Tip number 1. Now, most people say their greatest strengths are teamwork and being a hard worker, but those strengths are not good enough to beat the competition at your interview. In your answer, I recommend you give 3 strengths that will add value to their company. And tip number 2, I recommend you quickly read the job description before your interview and then align your strengths with the essential criteria needed in the position. So here is my brilliant top scoring answer to help you. What are your greatest strengths? My strengths will empower me to add value to your team, and they are also a great match for the job description. I am a fast and responsive worker who completes more work than the average person. I am a cost-conscious employee. I will use company supplies and resources carefully to help you save money and also boost profits. Other strengths include my positivity, self-motivation, and my desire to accept feedback from managers, which allows me to grow professionally. Interview question number 4 is, why should we hire you? Tip number 1. Now, the hiring manager is going to use your answer and the other candidates' answers to decide which one person can add the most value in the role. Therefore, I strongly recommend you give 3 reasons, not 1, why they should hire you for the role. And tip number 2, in your answer, say they should hire you because you are ready-made for the position. This means they won't have to spend lots of time training or supervising you. And what about the other 2 reasons why they should hire you? Well, here they are in my top scoring answer. Why should we hire you? You should hire me for 3 reasons. First, I am ready-made for this role and passionate about this industry. I can immediately impact the position and will require minimal supervision moving forward. Second, I am a creative person. I will bring fresh ideas to the team to boost sales. For example, I am really good at social media marketing and could help you promote your products and services to a wider audience online. And I can do this in addition to my normal duties. And finally, you should hire me because I have created a 30, 60 and 90-day plan that tells you what I will do in the role in the first 3 months of starting work, and I would like to give you a copy. Now, if you want to download my ready-made 30, 60 and 90-day plans for job interviews that you can print off and take with you to your interview, click that link at any time. Interview question number 5. Tell me something that is not on your resume or CV. Tip number 1. So this is a very difficult interview question to answer, and it catches lots of people out. You must tell the hiring manager something about you that is interesting and that also makes you stand out. And tip number 2, great things to say in your answer include a passion for self-development, details of any voluntary work you have completed, playing a musical instrument because that shows concentration skills and determination, any fitness activities you regularly commit to, sporting achievements, or interesting hobbies. So here is a brilliant top scoring answer to help you. Tell me something that is not on your resume or CV. Here we go. One thing that is not on my resume is my strong passion for self-development and growth. In my spare time, I study online courses, participate in networking events, and also read non-fiction books. For example, I have just finished reading Atomic Habits by the author James Clear. It was a great read because it taught me how to implement great habits in my work and my personal life to ensure I achieve continued success. Something else that is not on my resume is the fact that I once volunteered to work at a homeless centre. It was a humbling experience, and it taught me to be grateful for the positive things I have going on in my life. Interview question number 6 is, tell me about a time when you failed. Tip number 1. So this is another very difficult interview question to answer correctly. Most people say they have never failed because they are a perfectionist. Do not say that, because if you do, you will fail your interview. And tip number 2, this question is being asked to assess 2 things: honesty and your self-motivation to improve whenever you fail. So here is a brilliant example answer that's guaranteed to impress every hiring manager. Write this down. Tell me about a time when you failed. When I started work in my first job, I was given a training course to study. At the end of the course, there was an online exam. Because I thought I knew everything about the subject, I didn't study enough and I failed the exam. I was ashamed and embarrassed, but I took responsibility for my failure. I apologized to my manager, studied the online course again, and then passed with 100%. I learned a lot from that experience, and since then, I prepare fully for every situation, task, or project. Interview question number 7 is, how do you work in a team? Tip number 1. So this is a tough question to answer, because if you answer it incorrectly, you will not get offered the job. Teamwork is absolutely crucial in all job roles, so make sure you practice your answer. And tip number 2, in your response, be sure to mention that you will always listen to your co-workers, value their ideas and suggestions, offer support, and always focus on the team's combined objectives. So here is the perfect scripted answer for you to write down and practice. How do you work in a team? Here we go. While working in a team, I focus on support, encouragement, discipline, and a positive attitude when challenges occur. At the start of any team task, I listen to the brief, create a plan, help allocate tasks to team members based on their strengths, and always have a deadline we work toward. Throughout my team's work, I check in to see if my co-workers need help, provide encouragement, and assess our progress against the plan to ensure we are on track. Interview question number 8 is, tell me about a time you had a conflict with a co-worker. How did you resolve it? Tip number 1. Now, lots of people fail their interviews on this question. They say either they have never had a conflict in the workplace, or they say they informed their manager about the conflict so they could deal with it. Do not say either of those things. And tip number 2, the hiring manager wants to hire someone who shows a willingness to take ownership of workplace conflict to achieve a successful outcome for the team. So here is another brilliant top scoring answer to help you. Tell me about a time when you had a conflict with a co-worker. How did you resolve it? When I started work in my previous role, a senior co-worker constantly dismissed my ideas and suggestions during a team meeting. At the end of the meeting, I spoke to them privately to find out what the issue was. I remained calm and asked them whether there was a problem with the ideas I was putting forward. I explained that I wanted to help the team and I had a lot to offer. As soon as I challenged them, they apologized and stated that they did not intend to isolate me from the discussion. I thanked them for reassuring me, and moving forward, we became great co-workers and close friends outside of work. Okay, so there you have it. Brilliant, top scoring answers to the 8 hardest interview questions. Now, the next thing to do to accelerate your learning even further is click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my ultimate job interview preparation pack. Here's what you get. You will get my brilliant salary negotiation script. I teach you how to answer the other difficult question, what are your salary expectations? You will also get my 17 best questions to ask at the end of an interview. I recommend you choose 3 questions from the list of 17 to ask the hiring manager. You will also get my brilliant body language techniques training. I will teach you how to create a brilliant impression throughout the duration of your interview. You'll also get those 30, 60 and 90-day plans that you can print off and use when answering the question, why should we hire you? You will also get my top 25 best words to say in an interview and also my interview closing statement. I will teach you how to close your interview professionally. And as if that wasn't enough, you will also get my ready-made CV and resume templates plus an additional 50 brilliant answers to difficult interview questions. If you want all of this right now in your inbox, click that link. Also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn. I have put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always an absolute honor and a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the very best for passing your interview. Have a great day.